Why is LeBron James hated? No, seriously, why? He seems to be perfect in every way, from his flawless game style to his generosity off the court. He has a loving family and has never seen his name even close to a scandal. He's a leader not only on the court but off the court, and has seen success wherever he goes. I could go on and on just saying how perfect he is. But although he seems unhateable, the hate seemingly increases with every year that he plays basketball. And as I've noticed more and more since he won his 4th championship, people are using ridiculous arguments against him for no reason at all. Posts on social media complimenting James's achievements are littered with comments of hate directed towards him. Apparently, others are seeing something bad in James that I myself just cannot find. Of course, most of these comments don't make any sense, so in this video, I've decided to look at these various opinions and explain why they are just wrong. This championship doesn't count. This opinion probably pops up most in the comments to a post related to the Lakers championship. But how? Yes, it was in the bubble, which is different from other years, but all the playoffs were played just like any year. The Lakers played the first round, the second round, the conference final, and the final. I hear people talking about how no travelling was involved, and how the bubble threw off players with the difference from previous years. But if this was going to affect anyone, it was going to be James. He's played in the last 9 out of 10 finals, so the changes to everything playoffs-wise would throw him off the most. Yet he won a championship. Now, how about the lack of fans? This argument makes even less sense. Having no fans affects everyone in the playoffs. There doesn't have to be fans at a game to make it a game. In fact, this championship could be seen as the toughest of all time. And don't just take my word for it, take Giannis's.
At the end of the day, this is going to be the toughest championship you could ever win.
As well as Eric Spoelstra's, Frank Vogel's, Mike Malone's, Kevin Durant's, Adam Silver's, and LeBron James himself. Having to spend 3 months in the bubble, away from family, far away from your home, only makes the championship more prominent and does not leave it with an asterisk. Easiest path to the finals. I see this thrown up there a lot as well. Lakers beat the 5th seed. They were given the championship. They didn't have to play the Clippers or the Bucks. People are overlooking what the Lakers had to overcome. First round, the Blazers, the hottest team in the NBA. Coming out of the 8 bubble games, the Blazers looked like they were going to make a deep playoff run. Lillard was playing the best basketball of his life, backed up by McCollum and Carmelo. They looked like trouble. Lakers beat them in 5. Second round, the Houston Rockets. Houston had been deemed a championship team. With the addition of Westbrook to go alongside Harden, many had put Houston as the 3rd favourite to win the championship. Lakers beat them in 5. Conference final, the Denver Nuggets. Coming off 2 comebacks facing 3-1 deficits, Jamal Murray showed up where it mattered, and Jokic solidified himself as one of the top players in the league. The Nuggets were looking to go all the way. Lakers beat them in 5. And finally, the Heat, a junior varsity team, a team that shouldn't even be there. The disrespect is ridiculous. Heat came into the playoffs as underdogs, but showed they were much more. Sweeping the Pacers in the first round, and then beating the Bucks, Jimmy showed they meant business. They went on to beat the extremely strong Celtics, and made it to the finals. To say they shouldn't have even made it is completely discrediting the whole team. They worked hard and deserved everything they got. No team accidentally makes it to the finals. So you cannot say that LeBron had the easiest path to the finals. Out of 30 teams, only 1 team wins it all, and that team was LeBron's Lakers. 4-6. LeBron James is still 4-6. He still has a negative finals record. He can't be an all-time great. Again, this argument to deny LeBron's greatness makes little sense. I see making the finals as an achievement, not as a flaw in LeBron's career. Rings and finals appearances should be seen as different achievements. If you were to argue that Jordan is 6-0 while LeBron is 4-6, it makes more sense to say that Jordan has won 6 rings compared to LeBron's 4. LeBron's 10 final appearances only make his career stronger. If you still disagree, think about Jimmy Butler this year. Does this final loss really make his career less valuable? Of course not. People will look back on these playoffs and remember how great Jimmy was to lead the Heat to the finals, not that he lost. LeBron needs a super team to win. LeBron had to go to different teams to win a championship. He's not loyal, and therefore I don't respect him. Basketball is a team sport. No matter how good one person is, they cannot bring their team all the success in the world. And in James's case, he's not been surrounded with the teammates that can help him win a championship at all times. From 2003 to 2009, LeBron was put in a situation with the Cavaliers where he had no help. Still, he managed to bring them to the finals. This team. Having spent the start of his career in a tough spot, moving to the Miami Heat looking for success was a reasonable choice. After winning twice in Miami, he came back to the Cavs and brought them a ring despite all the odds. The Cavs team then fell apart, and LeBron was left bringing this team to the finals somehow. Moving on to the Lakers, LeBron won yet another championship. He's brought a ring to every city he's ever played for. He's never left any organization behind or betrayed them, and he is certainly not ring chased. Rigged NBA. The finals are rigged for the Lakers to win because Kobe died. How low do you have to be to use Kobe's death as an excuse for LeBron winning a chip? And how exactly were they rigged? The path to the finals were decided through other teams, not the Lakers. The NBA didn't make the Clippers blow a 3-1 lead. The NBA didn't hand the Lakers a championship. The fouls are often brought up when saying how it was rigged, yet that doesn't add up either. The Lakers had 124 fouls in the finals, compared to 119 from the Heat. Doesn't exactly seem rigged. Furthermore, the Lakers shot 129 free throws, compared to the Heat's 141. I understand that the teams have different play styles, and these numbers don't show the supposedly rigged calls, but these numbers are enough to shut down any idea of the finals being rigged in LeBron's favor. LeBron earned this championship, he wasn't given it. Lots of seasons played. LeBron has played 17 seasons and only has 4 chips. He can't be that good. Similar to the finals argument, I don't see how playing more seasons takes away from his greatness. In fact, the longer someone plays with continuous success, the better they are, right? Think about Vince Carter and why he is so loved and a staple of the NBA. He doesn't get discredited for playing years and years and not winning every one. He is instead celebrated for how long his career was and what he was able to do in his time. LeBron's longevity is one of his greatest achievements, unmatched by anyone else in the history of the game. To be able to put up these insane numbers while leading a team to success over years and years only adds to his greatness. Once again, his amount of championships are just one number. They shouldn't be contrasted with the amount of time spent in the NBA, or the times he missed out on them. LeBron is moving on to year 18, and we need to appreciate him while he's still here. Carried by AD. Somehow this narrative has made its way around the NBA community, and I just don't understand how. This comment has over 1,000 likes. Over 1,000 people truly believe that AD carried LeBron. Here are the regular season stats from both AD and LeBron. Remember, I'm not arguing that LeBron played better than AD or vice versa. I'm just showing how there is not even an argument for AD carrying LeBron. If we look at finals averages, it then looks like this. Remember, LeBron came second in MVP voting only behind Giannis and won finals MVP. So how is it possible that AD could have carried him? You might say that these stats don't show you the defensive impact, which is true. AD's presence on defense is extremely impactful, yet LeBron still had a higher defensive rating in the finals. And defense alone is definitely not enough to make the case that AD carried LeBron. This is just hate coming up with any excuse possible to undermine LeBron's success. There are many more comments. Stat padding? 3 superstars? This list could go on and on with these made up arguments against LeBron, just grasping for any bit of reason. But enough is enough. LeBron is 35. Next year is his 18th season in the NBA. He is coming to the back end of his career. Players like LeBron don't grow on trees. He is a one-in-a-generation superstar. We need to appreciate him while he's still here, because once he's gone, the NBA just won't be the same.